Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is YLAM here. In today's crypto vlog, I'm going to give you a short recap of what happened last week, and I'm going to give you my own personal analysis on what's going to come this coming week. I said at the end of April, March is going to be an important month, and it is playing out to be that way. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So as you can see, at the beginning of the week, we started off at around 10.4, and we ended off at around 10,800. So basically, it was a wash for the whole week. I did a whole lot of watching. I really didn't do a whole lot of actual trading. We did have a market correction where it dipped down below 10,000, but it really didn't affect me on the coins that I trade because I only trade on these top 4 coins, which are the staking coins. And if you look week over week on any of my vlogs, the rewards or the interest back has been really well. So there really isn't that much I'm going to be changing. I am kind of falling behind on the percentages. If you add up these plus Ethereum, which is going to be a staking coin sometime in the near future, I'm just under 60%. So I personally have to be a little bit more disciplined in terms of actually making sure my staking coins stay above 60%. But I'll give you a quick rundown of what this account currently looks like. I'm still moving ahead with my overall strategy, which is if I invest $10 into it, the target would be $20 before I invest the next $10. So if I invest $20, then the target would be $40. If I invest $30, then the next target would be $60. So it's just an easy doubling rule. And this is how it's playing out right now. The top 3 coins that I've talked about in previous vlogs, they still remain that way, although they have been a little bit stagnant. Graph is growing a little bit quicker, and Uniswap, they are coming out with a version 3, so there could be potential growth coming in the near future for that. But in terms of overall growth, they really did well in the first quarter, but they've kind of stagnated at this point. The next batch to talk about, OX, seems to be doing really well, and it could break into the top group. That's certainly something you might be interested in researching and seeing whether or not it's a good investment for you. And then the next group down here, this is kind of the iffy group. For the life of me, I'm really not sure why Filecoin is actually doing as well as it does, but it is definitely in the mid tier. And then pretty much anything down here is kind of a wash. Towards the bottom down here, we actually had 4 new coins come into the market. A lot of times, by the time that the coin actually shows up in Coinbase, the cheap and easy growth is already gone. So a lot of times when you look at the chart just before it hits Coinbase, there definitely is a spike in terms of price. And then when it actually joins Coinbase, it actually slowly starts declining. So it is definitely really risky to actually put money into new coins coming into Coinbase at this point. So let's go ahead and go on up and talk a little bit about Bitcoin. At the beginning of April, I talked about how important March is, and what we're seeing right now is that Bitcoin is kind of hitting the $60,000 wall. A few times it has broken above 60,000, but pretty much immediately afterwards it declines below $60,000. So there is a proverbial wall for Bitcoin right now, but if you look at the overall market, it's actually still trending upward. This is definitely a contradiction to what most people believe, which is all coins linked to Bitcoins in terms of price evaluations. If you do believe that, then there is a definite contradiction here, because as I talked about last week, Bitcoin is stuck at a wall right now. And while we have seen our fair share of market corrections, they definitely correct themselves very quickly. So it's still very positive. You need to understand that this contradiction right here means that it's really risky right now to actually invest into the cryptocurrency market, because at this point with these types of price evaluations, it's really about confidence in the cryptocurrency market. How many of these people that have actually put their money into cryptocurrency, once the easy growth hasn't been coming as readily as it has been for the last several months, because there is definitely a slowdown in terms of overall growth, and that means there are going to be a certain number of people that are going to be looking at moving out of the cryptocurrency market in order to preserve their profits. So how many people right now are keeping an eye on the door, wanting to exit in order to preserve their profits? We really do need to see Bitcoin rise above $60,000 and be able to sustain it for a long period of time. In other words, it doesn't immediately dip down, or it doesn't trend downwards below 60,000. Once we actually go above 60,000, that's, in my opinion, going to be the next jump in terms of overall growth that we can actually potentially see. You definitely do need to watch out for people trying to pump up the market right now, because that's what a lot of people are doing. There definitely still is a lot of potential in the cryptocurrency market. All I'm saying is, with Bitcoin stagnating right now, the risk is mounting, and as we continue to see growth in the cryptocurrency market, there risk is slowly starting to build up to the point where you have to be very careful. Anyhow, that's all I wanted to talk about this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well out there, and I'll see you in the next video.